What up? What up, man? What is up? Polo Sports Talk and Entertainment here again with another one. Be sure to hit the like, hit the sub, comment, notifications, and do all that good stuff. Y'all know the deal. You know the drill. Um, it was opening night. A lot of stuff going on. I'm not really a huge fan of uh, mixing football and basketball. All at one time and stuff. But it is what it is. NBA, NFL, man, they coming together and at the same time and stuff. But nevertheless, man, the Lakers ended up taking the fall on open night to Golden State. A short-handed but young and upcoming team in Golden State as they came in and spoiled the party for the Lakers coming out party 121 to 114. And we all know the big story. They're going to talk about the big three. They're going to be prisoners of the moment. Everybody's going to be prisoners of the moment. Everybody's going to hit the panic button off of one game. Listen, it's and look, I'm not even look. I know Giannis. I wasn't even tripping about Giannis's offense per se. The fact that he scored 32 and had 14. I was focused on the defensive end. I'll get to that in a whole nother video. I've already made a video about that, but people seem to think that Giannis. It's silly that a guy that has two Defensive Player of the Year awards is still being swept up under the carpet for his defense. Like this guy isn't valuable on both rim protection and perimeter defense. But they still talk about this guy as if he's not a great defender. What more do you want Giannis to do? If it's not his jumper, then okay, you're criticizing about him being uncontrollable to the basket. If it's not him being uncontrollable to the basket, then you're saying that this guy doesn't have any type of legitimate post moves or footwork. If he doesn't have any legitimate uh, post moves or any type of footwork, then you're saying that this guy is not an elite defender like Kawhi Leonard. Then he's still not the best player in the league because he beat a depleted Brooklyn Nets team. What more do you want this guy to do? Okay, but we're not talking about that right now. What we are talking about is the obvious. Listen, I'm going to say this. Okay, Russell Westbrook didn't have a good game by any stretch, and I'm not going to make any excuses for him. I am going to say this though. Uh, he's under he's under the most pressure probably in his NBA career because he's playing now where you're under a microscope and everything that you do wrong is going to be judged, especially when you're playing for the Lakers. This ain't OKC. This ain't H-Town. And the damn sure ain't Washington. Okay? All the mediocre teams that he was playing for, with the exception of OKC when they went to the finals and all that, but well, I should say mediocre franchises, except for Houston. Uh, this is a different environment right here. the big stage, the bright lights and everything. And he's up for the task, but it is going to take him a little bit, not only because a lot of people don't understand that Frank Vogel, first off, that that starting lineup right there, I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know what Frank Vogel was thinking about. I don't know if Frank Vogel was was trying to see what will work and what won't work, but him putting in Kenneth Bazemore and DeAndre Jordan was understandable, but at the same token, it was kind of like, why would you do that? Right now. I think what he's trying to do is he's trying to have that second unit be like the dagger, the knockout punch. But I think it's best to set the tone early. I think it's best to set the tone early. I think like with with Giannis coming out the way that he did and everything, he's trying to let you know, okay, hey, look, we're putting the league on notice, and I'm coming to play every game, first game or not, with reckless abandon. Here's the thing that I think a lot of people aren't understand that a lot of people aren't recognizing either. It's actually two things. The first thing is that Russell Westbrook is going to be seen as the scapegoat. Uh, they're going to do it to him regardless of how great he plays. If he can come back and have a great game, a triple double and everything, they're still going to judge him. If they lose, Russell Westbrook or do good, they're still going to blame him. They did it to. A lot of people don't realize this. They did that shit to Anthony Davis too. Anthony Davis was hurt. He was playing hurt and everything. And what did they still call him? They called him soft. They said he's not playing great enough. They said he's not doing this. Now they got another personal scapegoat that they can go ahead and get on just because Russ has been to a lesser degree less successful than LeBron or AD in terms of what he has achieved so far. But last time, well, he has an MVP, and he's he's established. He's in the history books in terms of triple doubles. But every time they bring up triple doubles, or every time they bring up something about Russell Westbrook, it's about stat padding. It's about, oh yeah, well he's not doing this right. He's not doing this right. He's not doing that right. Look, it's one damn game. It's one damn game. Now, don't expect for this team to gel right off the bat. I've already told people that. But it's silly for us to sit up here and just automatically put the blame game on a team in which you're putting on new players that listen, this is another point that I've made. Phoenix, they didn't hardly change anything. They didn't hardly change anything. They made a few tweaks here and there, but everybody they brought back. They brought all their pieces back. Denver really, with the exception of the when you talk about coaches, they pretty much got all their people back. Plus they got Mike. They re-signed Michael Porter Jr. to a max deal, and then on top of that, they got Jamal Murray coming back. You talk about the Clippers, they still pretty much got all their people. They got Terrence Mann, still. Only thing is with Kawhi's situation. Then another thing that a lot of people aren't looking at too is all right. Hopefully y'all can hear me now. All right, look. Basically, what I was saying is that when it comes to the Lakers, they keep adding these new pieces, and when it comes to with playing, with LeBron, they keep moving players in, moving players out. Uh, they pretty much got a whole new team constructed. People gotta, they gotta know one another. They gotta get familiar with one another. Some of these guys probably not accustomed to playing the style that this player plays and all this other stuff. That that plays a big part. But see, what you don't understand is that Golden State, they went through trials and tribulation. They went through trials and tribulation. What's up, Big Hoop? I see you in the building. They went through trials and tribulation. You can't be a prisoner of the moment. You can't be a prisoner of the moment. Uh, and I'm not listen. This, and I wish people would stop doing this. Okay, this is another thing I wish people would stop doing. I wish people would stop comparing the Miami team to this team right here, the Big Three era when it came to LeBron, Wade, and Bosh. Those guys were younger, a lot younger. These guys are well, with the exception of AD, are in their 30s pretty much, and some people feel like uh, Russell Westbrook is on the downslope of his career. I don't feel that way, but he the Russell Westbrook in OKC and all that stuff? Nah, not at all. Yeah, we gotta take into account that chemistry and continuity is a big thing. Y'all, listen, Golden State, they did everything. They did everything that they were supposed to. You got to realize that though, like they made some moves in the off season. Um, they still got some of the people that they have that were able to get used to that flow offense in the Golden State. Plus, they've been battle tested. Listen, they don't even have Klay Thompson yet, and just think about how he's gonna be when he gets back. Am I here to say that Golden State is gonna win the West or anything like that? No, but this was a confidence booster for them, and they were already confident coming into the game because they still got kind of a chip on their shoulder from last season, going down to Memphis like that. So Golden State, they still have a lot to prove. Steph Curry still has a lot to prove. You know, man, it's just listen. It's just one. Look. It's just one game. Now, if we get like 35, 40 games into the season, okay, then it's time to start really like, okay, these guys should get together. And even then, you can't expect for everything to come together and have an evolution and all that stuff, man. It just it don't happen like that. And then on top of that, we all like to say, okay, yeah, well, man, these guys, they wanted to go together when they were, when they were in Beijing and all this other. But man, do you know how many years ago that was? Do you know how many years ago that was? Do you know what you know what type of experiences those guys have been through since then? AD was pretty much a baby, didn't even play. LeBron was starting to enter in the prime of his career, and Westbrook was still relatively young during that time. Without all the injuries and stuff like that. And are they old? Yeah, I mean they're old, but that's not an excuse. A lot of other teams were old. That's not an excuse. You can't. After a while, you got to stop saying, okay, yeah, man, well, age that plays a factor. Oh man, they're old. All this other stuff. Listen, the Dallas Mavericks, they were old. Well, what you call old? Jason Kidd wasn't. He wasn't the Jason Kidd that had played in New Jersey or with the Dallas Mavericks or with Phoenix or anything like that. That's not an excuse. It's really not an excuse. And they're just looking for somebody. The media is looking for a punching bag. They're looking for a doormat. They're looking for somebody to talk about. And listen, the narratives, they're going to continue to push the narrative. Now, this doesn't just involve Westbrook. It involves Kyrie Irving too, because since Brooklyn lost, this is what they're going to do. They're going to be like, well, if Brooklyn continues to lose, not only are they going to put the panic button, push the panic button, but also they're going to be like, well, if Kyrie was playing, we would be doing it. They're going to make that narrative, and then they're also probably going to try to put pressure on Kyrie. Well, if we had Kyrie, Kyrie, he wasn't playing. No. That's what they're going to continue to say. No, you have enough weapons to get it done. You have enough weapons to get it done. I don't want to hear none of that. Like Giannis don't have no big three. There's no excuse. He don't have no big three. He's still going out there, still doing his thing regardless. With a whole bunch of guys who you call role players. And at one point in time, Brook Lopez was an emerging superstar up until the injuries, and he started to change his game. I'm not surprised. Listen, I didn't expect. They really. A lot of people don't understand that both of the teams were kind of playing sloppy. If you really looked at the game, they were playing sloppy because everybody's still trying to get everything together and everything. And on top of that, you got to realize, man, these guys' bodies are starting to get adjusted to a whole nother change that they made from the previous year. And what I'm talking about is that they're going from 72 games now back up to 82 games when they were already used to that. And then on top of that, they had to sit out a while for the pandemic. At the beginning of the pandemic and stuff like that. Then some of these guys have complied and stuff like that. You got to take that into account. A lot of things are going to be out of whack, man. A lot of things are going to be out of whack. And I'm a no excuse type of guy. I'm a no excuse type of guy. Am I sitting here making all the excuses for Westbrook? No, I'm not. I'm not. But he knows what he has to do. Because at the end of the day, he's a superstar in this league. He's still a superstar, whether you want to like it or not. LeBron and AD, they believe in Russ. They're not gonna trip after one game. Yeah, was LeBron frustrated? Yeah. And listen, LeBron played his ass off. LeBron did what he could. LeBron has been working on his shot. He's been working on his shot. He got a lot more arc on his shot. You could tell he's really been working on it. It's not to say that he was a horrible shooter or anything like that, but you could tell that he's really been working on his perimeter game. Because at one point he was shooting 100%, just absolutely played great. And AD, I felt did better in terms of rebounding. He did good scoring wise, but I still think that he's still trying to find a way. Yeah, he put up 33. And that was tremendous, but he's still trying to find a way because he's still getting over. He's still trying to get adjusted with his body and everything because he hasn't been fully healthy. These guys, man, they got to figure each other out. They got to know where each of these guys want the ball. A lot of other things, but one thing that we got to stop doing is being a prisoner of the moment. And I'm not gonna be that way. I'm not gonna be no prisoner of the moment. I'm not gonna sit here and point the finger. It's too early in the season to start, panicking and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's just like if we come out flat against the Pelicans. I'm talking about the Sixers. I'll understand why. Because for one, you're throwing in new responsibilities on Maxi. You're throwing in new responsibilities on Maxi, who is going to be a starter. He and to my recollection, Maxi did start a few games last season because of everything that we were going through. We had injuries and all of that. But if we start off sluggish, I'm not going to hit the panic button. I'm not going to hit the panic button at all. Uh, you, that's one thing. That's one thing that y'all are going to know about me is I never I never panic about anything. Never panic, but be patient. You know. And LeBron, you say what you want. He's a champion. Okay, he knows what it takes. Now, I guarantee you, what him, AD, and Westbrook are doing, especially with AD and LeBron, they're pulling Westbrook aside. They're saying, "Look, we got your back." Really, really, that's what you're really supposed to do. But the more that each one of those players play into the weakness and the mind games of the media, things of that nature, and listen to the guys that have no type of basketball logic. They might just look at the game, but they don't have no basketball logic. They want to look at these guys as, oh yeah, they know everything when they really don't know a damn thing. They don't know anything at all. But a guy like Kendrick Perkins, who bullied his way on the set, saying stuff like, "Oh yeah, LeBron needs help." What are you talking about? What are you talking about? He has enough help. He has enough help. He signed up. The last time I remember, he hasn't retired yet. He's still a starter in this league. They still see him as a superstar and everything. He doesn't need any help. Not to the extent that you're talking about. But for us to sit up here and say, "Oh yeah, well, it's this person's fault. It's that person's fault." Okay, what if they lose the next game and Russ plays within the system, does a pretty decent job facilitating the ball, doesn't force anything? Then what you gonna say? You have to look at it like that. What if the role players don't show up? You still got to go on the road. They might do better on the road than they do at home. You ever think about that? You're gonna have to go through these times and see. Everybody wants everything to gel really super quick, and like I keep saying, we got to stop all this microwave mentality stuff. It doesn't it don't work like that. Especially when you talk about the NBA, it don't work like that. So, for all that everybody talked about when it came with Pippen, Rodman, and Jordan, And I use that comparison. To me, that's a better comparison because those guys were around the age that LeBron, AD, and Russ are. That's a better comparison. A, a good comparison is Michael, Scotty, and Rodman in the sense that of their age. That it's not LeBron, Bosh, and Wade. That's not a good comparison. But Rodman, Jordan, and Pippen, they went through their trials and tribulations. They went through their trials and tribulations. We can sit up here and be prisoners of the moment, automatically hit the panic button, automatically blame this person or blame that person. Some of y'all, I can tell just by talking to y'all, some of y'all have never been in a team environment or have even know have any knowledge of what team sports is about. Yeah, listen, you have to go through the bad times. That's what's gonna actually bring them closer together. Now, hey, it may not work, and I'm gonna say this before I let Wait What go. It may not work, you know, but they took a risk, and the Lakers weren't desperate. They they had been planning this, but see, y'all sit up there and y'all automatically decorate these guys from jump start, and you expect these guys to have a perfect damn record right off the bat, and it don't take place like that. As I've said before, Phoenix did not tweak anything that much. They still have their people. Denver did not tweak anything that much. They still have their people. Utah, they made a move or two, but for the most part, they still have their people, with the exception of Pascal and a few other things that they did, but they didn't tweak anything that much. My point is that these people still have chemistry. These organizations still have chemistry, and then Golden State too. They've been battle tested too. Now they got rid of a couple guys and everything, but at the same token, look, they still have their people there, and they don't even have Clay. So I would expect Golden State to have a good game. They still have a chip on their shoulder, but man, go ahead. Wait, what man? What you got on this, brother?
Uh, First off, salute to Polo. Shout out to the chat. Salute to the panel. Yo, I was scrolling. I was like, ever since last night, man. Yo, like I felt like everybody I've been talking to for the past summer before the season started. Yo, now I'm looking at them different because like, yo, they like, bro, like people don't understand, like, bro, it's one game. Don't bro, like I seen you put earlier when somebody was on one of your chats or one of your community service thing. You said somebody said this Nets lost, Lakers lost, Bucks still champ, and dog, yo, I had to like your comment. You was like, yeah, but it's too early. It's just only one game. Bro, like I feel like a lot of people are so quick. Like I said, they so quick to get Russ as the scapegoat, and they not really paying attention. If you actually watch the game, he did quite fairly like good. You gotta remember the Lakers team. They only got three people from last year's team that's back: LeBron, AD, and THT. THT is not playing, so everybody that's on that team got to do like a different like experience of like, you know what I'm saying, working with different aspects and like different everything. And then you gotta remember, you only had 2 weeks for training camp, but that's not real game speed. And then the preseason, a lot of, like I said, that starting lineup ain't come out until probably like what, the last game. So like I said, it's in the flux of it, bro. We gotta let this shit play out. Give it about 15, 20 games. Then you can take a simple, view on it and see how that's possible. But just rushing it, saying, yo, it's time to like trade them. I'm like, bro, are we talking basketball or are we just talking narratives? Are we really sounding like ESPN now on YouTube? Used to sort of be the safe grace we actually talk about basketball, but now they bring that narrative shit and they turn in like these players into tennis players. Oh, it's Russell Westbrook's fault. What? Did you see the defensive end? Like everybody on the lackadaisical when he was in the game, LeBron and AD, they was up. Like if y'all actually see that fourth quarter and the end of that third quarter, it was moving the ball and everything. It's just the defense gave up too much cushion. Same situation with Milwaukee. Milwaukee, like I said, I didn't agree with the lineup. I didn't agree with the lineup that Steve Nash came up with the whole, you feel me, like starting Blake and starting Claxton. But that right there, like yo, you going against a big body team. I don't care if you like, you don't see Brook Lopez as a big center, but he is big. Like I said, you got both of them niggas out there who both of them niggas cannot stick their guards. Giannis, Blake cannot stick Giannis, and then Classic cannot stick Brook Lopez for the simple fact that he sometimes getting too much ticking tack, and you don't know at what moment the referee is gonna call a foul. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, like we just gotta take the game. I advise people just to look at them games again before they really just be like, oh, this ain't working. This is not bro. Like Polo Sports says, bro, it's a team sport. We gotta stop putting these niggas in tennis uniforms when this is all basketball, bro. Everybody gotta connect on it. You know what I'm saying? Like defense will be the target. Like at the end of the day, bro, people gotta realize defense is the priority when it comes to winning games and winning championship. So there was moments where uh uh the Lakers was up by fucking 10, and then that shit went away because they defense lacked the days though. They let a couple people wide open. They were letting the niggas get offensive rebounds because them long threes giving long rebounds. Nobody ain't want to fight for it, as in the rebounds when it came down to it. Like I said, bro, it's a learning process. Everybody got to get used to learning each other and see how that play. Like I said, like bro, we had the same problem last year with Russ. A problem before when he was with Houston. He started off slow because he's trying to get used to it, but towards the
You,
middle and towards the end,
you mean
he get used to it.
You mean Washington?
Yeah, like with Washington, when he start off, it ain't really start off well. Same thing when he was at Houston. Only time you can say, oh, well, it started off great for him, yeah, because of your OKC. He already had the continuous players coming back and forth. This is a whole new team, brand spanking new. Everybody. It's not like a couple players remember who they play with. Everybody's brand new except three niggas, and one of them niggas is injured. So it's like I said, bro, like I said, first game overreactions. I see it. I'm really looking at every platform. I'm like, wow, like we really just gotta like, you know, day by day it, bro. It's 1 out of 82. I get if it was like 30 out of 82, but come on.
Nah, you got a good point. Hey, I agree with you. And this is the thing. Okay, after about 30 games or maybe 40 games, okay, then you got to be like, uh, is Frank Vogel he's got an entirely different offense. An offense that okay, yeah, LeBron he put up 34 and he played pretty good, but at the same token, he's still learning that offense too. Because guess what? Hey, wait, what? Did you notice this? Le, from my understanding, LeBron was going to play the power forward, and AD was going to play the five, right? That's what they said, right? But guess who
Yeah,
was
they kept
handling the
yeah.
ball?
That's
Guess
what
who
I'm
was
saying.
handling the ball? So everything was was all out of whack. And then on top of that, the starting lineup, I like I said earlier, I understand, but I didn't quite understand because maybe he was trying to see what works and what doesn't work, and maybe trying to use the scoring punch off the bench. But me personally, I'm gonna be real with you. I would have started Melo or Kendrick Nunn. It's no disrespect to Bazemore. I like that he plays hard and everything like that. But to me, Bazemore is just not a starter. And DeAndre Jordan. I felt that Dwight Howard, for all the hell that people gave Dwight Howard got so much more mobility, especially on that pick and roll. He's so valuable on that pick and roll, man.
Bro, like Polo, I totally agree with you if it was the playoffs. Like if it was a sprint, but this is a marathon. So for example, with DJ getting paid 2.4, 2.5 mil. He's getting paid more than Dwight Howard. So in a situation for right now, I would like I said, I want to make sure I have Dwight Howard fully healthy and fully energized for the playoffs. So I'm gonna start DeAndre Jordan because I can give him the first 3 or 4 minutes. Why? Because I got a Russell Westbrook, I also got a LeBron James, and I got an AD that can cover up his weakness on the
But the
offensive end
but
if you need him to take shots or anything like that, and he can give you the provided defense by just getting the rebounds. You don't have to worry so much as having AD go up so much up in the air or LeBron. Um,
but
as in
but
like
DeAndre Jordan, not to cut you off with what you got to remember, DeAndre Jordan coming off of injuries too. Dwight Howard, the
DeAndre
one
Jordan
that's
wasn't
healthy.
injured. No. DeAndre
Yeah, he
Jordan
was.
wasn't injured.
He had little knick-knack stuff that was going on with him when he was in Brooklyn.
No, no,
Remember?
no, 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 no. They sat him. They just sat him. Steve Nash sat him after like a couple games. They just sat him for the rest of the year. Like honestly, and that's why he didn't like it was no injuries because he didn't fit his criteria of what he was trying to run at that time. So it was time when DeAndre was just fully healthy, but he just wasn't playing no PTO. And they always because they never really put him on the injury list. They always had him as a coaching decision. No PTO. But like I said, with the reason why I don't start a Melo for the simple fact that I need scoring off the bench. I cannot put these young fellas as in like Bazemore or like THT to come off the bench to provide me. They create their own spacing. Like niggas can come out there and score, like you know what I'm saying,
Bro.
score and everything.
Uh,
But if they
he
get set up, they can do that. But when Melo is like the only one off the bench who can create their space, a la Patty Mills. So that's why we got him coming off the bench.
how much he had? 18. Patty Mills had 18.
Yo, he was nasty, dog. He was so needed. Now he had 20, he had like 21, kid. He had like 22, 23. Cause he had 7 threes.
I thought Patty Mills had 18.
Now he had hit 7 threes. And he had like a couple points.
All right, I'm gonna have to go back. I'm gonna have to go back and look. But no, I'm not saying DeAndre Jordan was like he had like a nasty injury or nothing like not that.
Yeah.
But he had stuff that was bothering him.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he wasn't really playing that much.
No, I feel. But like I said, I'd rather have him start now and let
Oh
DeAndre Jordan. Go ahead.
wait a minute, wait. I gotta address this. Hey man, let's respect my subs. Listen, I determine who capping and not. Wait, what? That's my guy. Yeah, sometimes he be saying some stuff. But look, man, don't be a chat warrior. Come over here.
That's what they do, man. They tight. They tight like little girls, man. And they don't never like, step into the panel. Question what I'm saying is false. You know what I'm saying? Come at me and talk basketball, bro. Right now I just hear nothing but emotions. This guy is always talking nonsense on every panel he get out. He get him out. Every panel, get him out. Like, come on, bro. Step in the chat. Let's talk basketball.
If you got an issue with somebody, come and debate him, man. But Wait, what is spitting facts right now? He's not talking nonsense. No, he's being for real. The only thing I disagree with Wait What right now is probably with the thing about DeAndre Jordan and him starting. Everything else, he's spitting facts.
But yeah, but like with DeAndre, like I said, I need him to be the journeyman for the season compared
All
to
right, I'm about to
having
block.
him being the main
Hey,
guy
hold on. I'm about
in
to
the
block
playoffs.
this fool right now. All right, you can get your ass up out of my channel, and you ain't got to come back no more. Every person that comes through here, man, they know They know some basketball. Sometimes they might be capping, but uh, every person I don't. There's very few motherfuckers that I conversate with that don't know basketball. All right, go ahead, man. I had to block that fool. I'm not gonna allow people to disrespect people.
Yeah, I feel you, I feel you. But nah, like I was saying, dog, like I have DeAndre that journeyman for the season, and then when it comes to playoffs and then certain matchup, hell yeah, I'm starting Dwight Howard. He's fully healthy. He haven't got no nicks. I ain't need him to play a whole 82 because he's not that guy no more. I don't need him to play a whole 82. I don't need him to start at 82. He can play 82 if you want, but he gonna be limited minutes, and we really gonna be trying to really work everything out. Like I said, the team gotta get back healthy. We gotta get their pieces back to see what they really working with. Like I tell people, I get them about 15, 20 games. If this shit looking crazy, then okay, then they switch it up. Yeah, I remember when LeBron, D Wade, and Bosh came together. Them niggas started
Uh,
as what 7-9. That was like
yeah,
15
but
games
see,
in. You know what
no,
I'm
no,
saying?
no, no. See, wait,
What's
what?
up?
Hold on. See, that's where I gotta stop people on that right there. You see, I don't like to make that comparison right there. I'm gonna tell you a better comparison to make. A better comparison because you got to realize LeBron was a 26 year old. uh Bosh was I think in his 20s, and D Wade is a little bit older. I think what 20, 27, 28 or something like that. These guys were way younger. A better comparison to me would be like Pippen, Jordan, and Rodman when they were well into their 30s. Now AD is still what 27, 28 or something like that.
Yeah, like 26.
Yeah,
Something
so
like
I
that.
don't like to. I understand what you're saying in that sense, but but the Bulls they had to go through their trials and tribulations too, especially what that second season that they played with
That's,
each other, or the
that's
third
true.
season, when Pippen was having contractual issues.
That was I think that was the second season because he was kind of playing with that injury
Yeah,
situation.
they had to go through the trials and tribulations, and the whole thing with Rodman and stuff, man, and people were counting them out in the beginning.
Only thing I said, the reason why I didn't really pull them out for the simple fact that the coaching position. You know what I'm saying? When I'm pulling that whole team, when I'm talking about the Miami Heat, I'm talking about when Eric Spoelstra is in that situation where he, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, working with new pieces like this to see what he could really do. Same thing as in, same thing as in with Frank Vogel, where he got to figure out these new pieces. I gotta tell you, there's like 13 new niggas on this team, so everybody got to really learn how to do with each other. Like I said, there's moments where they had muscle memory and you seen that okay, LeBron went back to okay, I gotta bring up the ball now. I gotta bring up the ball instead of really just letting Russell Westbrook bring up the ball because on the two assists that he did have, if you really pay attention, he gave them back. He can pass. Like he gave that shit to LeBron on the inside where he caught him right there, and then he threw it to AD in a nice little cleanness. And then, like I said, they went away from feeding AD as much as he could. And then, like I said, the defensive end. This is going to be their problem. It's not offensively, because they can score, especially with, I'm not going to lie to you, LeBron looking very crisp with his shot, with the ability to just take it when he needs to. So he's like, he can be unhinged whenever he's ready. I think just really slowing it down for Russell Westbrook so he can be able to catch on. Once he catch on, I think they're gonna take off skyrocket because AD gonna still continue playing his game. He sized up Draymond. Draymond cannot stick him, little boy. Um, and like I said, he was just doing a lot of work in the paint. He got to constantly keep going at that, try to draw them fouls and just really. And then you gotta look at the free throws. That's another thing from both teams. As I'm talking from Brooklyn and Lakers, horrible free throw shooting for both teams. It was a lot of easy bunnies that wasn't being like put. Like I was telling niggas the other day, cause I had a nigga the other night talking about like trying to make the whole James Harden pin against KD situation, which is corny. But I was telling him, bro, like out of them 10 shots KD probably missed, at least 6 of them was on him. The other 4 probably was contested, but 6 of them was on him and he missed it just easy rim out, rim out, rim out. So like I said, when you give somebody, like he said last night, you give somebody 20 shots more than you, 20 more possessions than you, bro, you will always fucking lose, depending on like, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day. 20 possessions more than me, Like that's like, yo, all right, get the ball 20 times before I even try to attempt to do anything on offense. So like I said, it's about and the same thing with my team over there. We didn't play a brute. Like I said, I ain't like the fact that Steve Nash started Blake Griffin. Listen, I'm gonna put it out there in the universe. Blake Griffin should not start no more in his career. He
Man,
is a he
Blake played pretty good.
bro. But I'm not. But look what he's not able to defend or be able to grab the rebounds that needed. How is KD still grabbing more rebounds? And you playing in center
Yeah,
position.
but it,
You and Claxton.
yeah,
Having
hey,
both of
look,
them, like I feel like if you had a LaMarcus there and then you probably had a Blake, that's different. But you got a Claxton who's pretty much smaller than as in physical size than a Blake Griffin. So Brook Lopez just taking him out, and now he's switching now. Like you know what I'm saying? Because I know Claxton can switch on mostly everything, and then when he switch on the guards, because there was a play when they were 3 plays straight, they were picking on Claxton. Middleton, Giannis, and it's like it was another possession. It was where they were just taking full advantage of him. And I'm like, bro, because his size, as in like you know what I'm saying. Like I would start a Claxton against a Detroit team. I would start a Claxton against a what's another small, really
wait a
good
minute. No,
a
no, 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 no,
Boston
no, no,
team.
no, man. You changing your energy now because you was
What you
high on
mean?
Claxton at one point, bro.
Yo, I'm still with Claxton, but I'm looking at like we cannot put him against big teams. Against Milwaukee and against Philly at the start of it, that's dangerous, bro. Because as you see, we got fucking 21 Ford as in the ran. They ran 21 points and we only had 4 points in that ran in that whole situation. Motherfucking Giannis had 4 offensive rebounds in 1 possession.
I mean, he just listen. They were doing Claxton. Listen, you facing a. I keep telling you, man, Giannis is a terror all over the floor. But when you talk about the rebounds, offensive rebound, you got to realize Giannis was, I think he was top five in offensive rebound. He was up there with Capella. He was up there with damn, who was even what's his name? Drummond was up in offensive rebound. Man, he's an offensive rebounding terror. So you up in there trying to block a guy out like a Giannis and everything, you're gonna have hell to pay. And listen, when it came to Blake Griffin, I I I felt Blake played pretty good for
That
for what he did. Yeah, maybe he probably could have did a lot better in your opinion. I felt Blake did all right.
like the production, like he ain't really scoring double digits for us. He ain't really. I think he ain't get like probably he only got like
He
three
had
or four points.
18.
He had what?
Blake Griffin had 18.
Nah, yo, Polo, where you getting your information from, bro? Let me go get my
No,
second.
hold on 1 second.
I ain't see him score 18 points in my mind. I didn't see that. I was watching the
Give
game.
me 1 minute.
I don't think he had 18. I could be wrong, but shit. But like I said, like it might have
Yeah,
been a
you about to
quiet
be
ass
wrong.
18.
You
It
about
was
to be wrong. Hold
it was
on.
a quiet 18. Cause I
You
like I
just
said, I
wanna
didn't.
you just wanna try to debunk
No,
anything and knowing
nah,
your
big
ass is
dog.
wrong.
Nah, big dog. Nah, big dog. Go ahead. I'm just waiting on the info. That's why I'm gonna just stay
Oh
quiet.
no 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 no, that's all right. We'll see. If I'm wrong, I admit it. But
That's what I'm saying.
I
Like that's
could
what
have
I'm saying. Like
swore.
like I said, that 18 was quiet because I ain't really see no. Like I ain't really see it. Like I
Oh
watching the
damn.
whole
Okay,
game.
shit. No, I got mixed up. Yeah, you're right. I got mixed up with Patty Mills. That was Patty Mills. Yeah, he had six. He had 6 points. Okay, I was
That's what I'm
wrong.
saying. Like yeah, like I said, for me,
Yeah,
like
I
Patty
was
Mills.
wrong.
Yo, once again, Patty Mills was the biggest pickup that we possibly did this off season. I am thankful and like, bro, like he's
Yeah, he
such a
had
fucking
21. You was right
professional.
about that
Yeah,
too.
cause he had 7 threes.
All
Like
right.
he's
All
such a
right. Hey,
professional.
look. Hey, look, man. Whenever
Hey,
you
yeah,
right,
nah, you
I
good,
give
bro.
everybody their props, man.
Yeah, you good, bro. I wasn't sweating it. Nah, but for real though,
But
like,
I thought
go ahead.
I could have swore Blake, but I got him confused with Patty Mills and
You,
everything. But
like,
nah. Oh, go ahead.
let me ask you something. What did you like? What did you see in the game against Milwaukee and the Nets? What did you see? Cause like, there's some things with James Harden in particular.
Hmm. Well, yeah. y'all try to come out with the biggest punch as you could,
Mhm.
but Milwaukee still has that hungry that hungry mentality, and this is another thing. I give you credit too on this one too. Wait, what? And I never said that I didn't like Middleton. I never said that I didn't like Middleton. I just said I'm not quite ready to put him in that superstar class. But another thing that a lot of people aren't understanding is how valuable Middleton truly is. Middleton and Holiday, especially on defense. With that perimeter defense, that's what I noticed. And on top of that, uh, they couldn't get anything in the interior. They were having a tough time in the interior when it
Facts.
came to the interior, especially when you try to come up in there with Milwaukee and Brook Lopez. For all the hell that people gave him, he did a solid job doing rim protection too. Maybe it wasn't to the extent of Giannis, especially that block on Claxton, but they still, man, they're still in that mode. They're still in that mode. Y'all are, from what it looks like, y'all attitude
It's
looks
half
like,
half.
oh shit, we ain't got Kyrie. But man, y'all gonna have to get over that shit. But then they gonna
Bro,
push that narrative. Wait, what? Hold on. They gonna push
bro.
that. They gonna push that narrative, right? They're gonna be like, oh yeah, well if Kyrie was here, well you know what, man, Kyrie needs to show up or else da 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 da. And then they gonna do that just like the same thing they doing finger pointing with Westbrook. Go ahead, man, guys.
Nah, like you factual on that. Last night what I saw was a lot of like, see, this is like people don't realize the value of Kyrie Irving playing aside just not only a James Harden when them two were together, but also KD as well. And then when they all three together, that's why they'll be a crazy ass problem because if you look at, all right, so on that out of that starting lineup out of the James Harden, Joe Harris, um, KD, Blake Griffin, and Claxton. Only two people can create space for themselves and pretty much can really do something. You know what I'm saying? The other three, especially Joe Harris, if you actually pay attention, Joe Harris kryptonite is the Milwaukee Bucks. For the simple fact, because I was talking to somebody last night about this. Every time Joe Harris before he used to be a catch and shoot. Like he used to catch, bam. With Milwaukee, they make him take extra steps and then he start thinking. That's why you have a lot of time when he just grab it, oh, move to the right, down there right here, let me run to the inside, let me go for a layup or something like that. And they
I,
throwing his game off. If you ever like, just go back and watch a lot of his threes that he attempts. Like, it's a lot of times where he just, oh, well, let me move over. And then the times that he do have the time to like shoot it and he do make it, he had to be really spaced out from them because he got to get in that comfort zone back to it. Because every time, like, that's why like last year you seen a KD telling him like, yo, just shoot that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they block it, they block it. Don't try to feel like you gotta avoid the block for you to have a value to it. You know what I'm saying? So I seen that with him, and then with that, like I said, Kyrie gives that give James Harden the ability to, okay, I can get this dude off his shit, and then he can create space, and I had to create for him. When James Harden was forcing so many creations, especially to Claxton, he was trying his hardest to feed Claxton on the lobs. We were really trying to feed him on the inside. And then there's a lot of times, like I said, like, and then Joe Harris, he's not being comfortable with his shot. So that's taken away from James Harden to give it to him. And then he trying to force it to Claxton. Ah, shit. You know what I'm saying? Now you got Blake. Every time he get the ball, Blake either trying to hold a stream off of somebody and hand the ball off. He's not even trying to turn around and like give you a shot, no mid range and nothing. So that's what I'm worried about with him as well. That's why I said I'd rather not have him start because he's gonna be more of a liability on that front when I can give somebody else a shot like that with a Paul Millsap, who could be able to knock down that shot if the nigga give him that space. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I feel you, man, and see what killed y'all too. Believe it or not, what actually helped y'all was 3 pointers. Like I told you, begin,
Yeah.
y'all
Whew.
shot 53%. Y'all outshot Milwaukee 53% to 37. And then, but what killed y'all was the points in the paint. They outscored y'all points in the paint, and then like with the offensive rebound, yeah, they had 13. Y'all had five. Y'all had five, and they had a total of 54 overnight. So, and then also y'all turnovers because
Yo, well,
it
double digits.
was
We had
turnovers.
like 13 or 12. Them boys only have 4,
Yeah,
but
y'all
they were
had 12.
focused.
Y'all had 12 turnovers, and Milwaukee had eight steals. So
Yeah.
and they were points off of turnovers.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing about it, man, is y'all a little rough around the edges. Y'all got some new pieces too, or whatever. But for the most part, y'all still got the same core. But then y'all also missing some big pieces. But they gotta, that's the biggest thing, though. If Nash is a point guard, you call him one, top five of all time. Well,
Mm-hmm.
what is the point guard supposed to do? A great essential point guard who mostly coach. They're supposed to make adjustments.
Yeah.
They're supposed to adjust to any situation. I have no doubt in my mind that Nash is going to be able to adjust in this because I give Nash his credit, man. Uh, he's a better coach than what people give him credit for. But in this situation, it's a learning process. He's going to have to understand the
Bella.
personnel that he's having to work with. Losing a guy like Kyrie, we don't know if he's gonna come back or if he's gonna comply or anything like that. But right now, they got to have in their mind, okay, Kyrie's not coming. That's what would be in my mind. Kyrie's not coming. We got to do what the fuck we got to do. That's what, and that's the same mentality that I want Philly to have. I don't care if we're playing New Orleans. I don't care if we're playing. I don't care if we're playing Minnesota. Listen, we we Ben Simmons ain't with us, and then when he is with us, he gonna be nothing but a distraction. So we're not paying attention to that motherfucker.
Nah, like I said, bro, cause
And I
like
told you, you sit up here trying to support Ben Simmons. Wait, what? So you trying to tell me, I ain't gonna let you get away with this shit. Cause I'm gonna
mhm.
talk to you about this shit now. Nigga, you was all like, man, give him a chance. Man, come on, Ben. So you trying to tell me having a cell phone in your motherfucking pocket during practice, nigga, you'll tolerate that shit?
Nah. He was goofy. He was goofy, dog.
You're
I'm not
not
gonna lie.
focused.
He was goofy, bro.
And I thought, wait, what was a hooper? Nigga, good and goddamn well if a nigga got his cell phone in his pocket and
Yeah.
shit
He
like
not
that, nigga,
serious.
you'll be like, nigga, man,
He
you better
not
get the
serious.
fuck out the court.
Yeah, he's not serious. Cause now you're not playing like nah for real though. I agree. I'm glad he sent his ass home. He needed that. Like for real, bro. Like you can't come in work and be unprofessional. You know what I'm saying? Nah, that's not cool. I'm not down for that. You know what I'm saying? Like coming in unprofessional, like that, having your phone in there, lackadaisical. Even on that video they were showing, like, yo, he just looked out of it. I'm like, bro, could have stayed home. Could have stayed home, bro. Like, at the end of the day, you just gotta come out there and do your job, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's sad, man. It's sad, bro. And then, you know what I'm saying? It just, mm.
It,
That's what I'm saying. Like, things, like, sometimes, bro, like, dog, like honestly, I don't know if this is the thin skin moment, but it feel like it, bro. Like sometimes, dog, you got, bro, you still getting your bread. They still look at you, and then, dog, Doc Rivers kissing your ass, bro. Like that's what I don't get, bro. It's like I get if he was being an asshole to you, and you coming back and you don't really want to be here, but bro, this nigga going on national TV, going all over the place. Yeah, we want Ben back. It's like, bro, just like, bro, even if it's fake or not, bro, like, nah, just like you feel me, just go in there and do your job, bro. Like, bro, like for real. It's not like now it's turning into that, bro. It's like now you making it seem like, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't handle your business and you doing the most. So like I said, like I said before, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's before he started doing this whole going around praising Ben Simmons, like, yeah, we want him type of shit. That was before Doc Rivers started doing all that shit. You see him on ESPN, you see him doing all this. And then like you feel me? All right, cool. Like nigga calling you back. They really ain't, they still gonna give you your bread back for the days you missed. So they really trying to like really fuck with you. So yeah, go holler at them. See what they on. You know what I'm
but
saying? Go in
no,
there and focus. You know what I'm saying? Show niggas that yo, you like you were saying last year, you the best defender. Go out there and show like, yo, my offense haven't evolved. Like I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Don't
But
show the
see,
next team that you can be a bitch. Put it much like that. Don't show the next team you can be a little broad when you don't get your way. Because at the end of the day, you still hurting yourself regardless of what team you go to. They gonna think, okay, this nigga, you're a diva. You're doing some diva shit. Just go in there, knock that shit out, bum bum. Do that. Even do what the James Harden did. Like this nigga, even though he came back kind of sloppy, he's still dropping 30, getting you about 10 rebounds, you like 10 assists, out of shape, but he's still coming. You know what I'm saying? Like doing his
but
job.
see, but see that situation though. Wait, what man um with the whole okay with Doc at the press conference and then Joel Embiid and stuff. Man, you gotta take into account this. If we just got through playing the game, we just lost. Our season is done. We put everything, or at least the majority of the guys that were out there on the floor, they put everything out on the line. They poured their heart out into the series. They don't want to talk after a loss, much less have to deal with questions that they're not even thinking about right now. They're thinking about, okay, man, we just lost to the Hawks. Why are you going to automatically fire off with questions like what the media likes to do? They like to throw a wrench and stir up shit like they always do. Talking about, oh yeah, do you know if Ben Simmons is going to be here, next season and all this? Look, I'm not trying to think about that shit now. To your point and to your credit, though, way I will say this. And I've said this already. If I was Doc and I was Joel, I wouldn't have said shit about the matter at all. I'd have just been like next question. But Doc was like, he was feeling like, okay, well, damn, I'm not trying to answer this shit right now, and I kind of understand where Doc is coming from. Like, nigga, I just lost a goddamn game. Like, wait, what? Whenever I lose or I lose a game or something like that, yeah, I got good sportsmanship and shit like that. But I don't want to talk to anybody about on no personal shit. I want to be like, damn, what could I have done better to impact the game or for us to put us in a position to win or something like that. And that's probably what they were thinking about. They're not thinking about, Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons is his own goddamn man. I mean, he's his own damn person. Yeah, he's my teammate, but I don't go help this nigga to go use the bathroom or no shit like that.
My thing
Man,
is,
that's and like Joel said, he said, man, look, that's management. That's front office. Look, I just come out here to try to do the best that I do. That's unfair for them to try to put them in that position. But I understand what you're saying, oh wait, what I'd have just been like, you know what? Next question. I'm not trying to answer that shit right now.
like I said, the thing is, they can't just choose when and when not to use that I'm a franchise player. Because when you're in the franchise player, you gotta be a franchise player all around 24/7. You can't allow, because the media is for that. Like, you know what I'm saying? You've seen over the years how they would depict your words and how they would misuse them or rephrase them and then put it in the storyline. You know what I'm saying? So as a franchise, you already know, bro. Like they coming at you with that. Like that's why, like, if you look at guys, like, let's say if you ever pay attention to, like, let's say for example Steph Curry, they asked him yesterday, uh, do you still think about that shot LeBron did in the playing, to make y'all lose or some shit? He like, oh yeah, oh nah, I forgot about that shit. Because you can't harp on those. When you harp on those, that when it gonna cripple your chance of growth. You just gotta pick up what happened there, execute, okay, what I can do better, and then you move on. Thinking about it, droning over it. I know that's like the old school way of like, yeah, you gotta remember that shit so you can build off it. Sometimes that can also hinder a lot of the players who try to do that. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you just like at least mid-level mindset, you know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna really overthink and then you're gonna do too much and you're gonna hurt yourself and hurt the team. Because you're trying to do a lot more than that. So for that, like I said, bro, like in no moment, you know what I'm saying? All the other times, yeah, you franchise player. And even the tough times, you still gotta be a franchise player. You can't say, oh, I leave that to the management, da da da. You gotta be like, look, man, as a team, we didn't execute. put it as a team effort. Don't try to like single out a person or even try to single out yourself. 'Cause even the great ones don't even talk like that. As in
But
like,
see, that's the thing. That's the thing. That was the media. That was the media trying to single that motherfucker out.
yeah.
That wasn't Joel.
Nah, but he
That
walked
wasn't
into the
Doc.
trap though. He walked into the trap. Like other niggas would have been like, oh, that's a trap. Let me avoid that. Joel and Bill walked in the trap. Now he trying to explain why he walked in the trap. It's like, now you can't really do that already.
Why
Now
he
you
did?
just got
Why you said why he did what?
like he walked into the trap. Now he trying to explain why.
Oh, okay.
He kind of like, oh, I didn't even know it was a trap. I walked in and now you can't do that now because you know what I'm saying. All
Like,
the other
look, look,
players,
look, 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 look.
yeah.
Like, look. Okay, wait, what? If they ask me a question about you, I'm gonna be like what? Okay, on this channel, for instance, what do I always say? I'm like, just for instance, just what happened just a few minutes ago. Hey, don't talk to me or tell me about anything or anything like that and expect me to be like, oh yeah, well, wait, what is this? Wait, nah, come and debate that man, face to face, or talk to him and tell him and be man enough to say about it or something like that. Well, it's the same thing. If they come and ask me questions, oh yeah, well, what do you think about wait what? And da, 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 da. I'm like, look, next question. That's my teammate. We'll handle that, behind the scenes. I mean, that's just the way that I am. But some niggas is not like that, and they knew what they were doing. Listen, I've already said that Ben Simmons is a superstar talent. He just got to get his shit together and leave all that dumb shit alone. If he would have came back and just said, okay, hey, look, I'm sorry. It's like Charles Barkley said, hey guys, I was in over my head. Hey, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do this. I didn't mean to do that. And just go ahead, pipe down, play basketball, fake the funk, and then got his value up. I respect him then. But the fact that he coming in there lackadaisical, you being distracted and everything like that, well, guess what? You distracting us from possibly getting another championship.
Nah, like I said, I don't disagree. Like for real, like I said, the way you execute it with like, hey, like
For for all the hell for all the hell that they gave for all the hell that they gave Russell Westbrook, at least that guy comes in and is doing what he can to try to get better. You know, he showed videos of him working out, stuff like that. But yeah, do we got to see the proof in the pudding and the fruits of that labor? Yeah, absolutely. Still has to prove himself. But I would rather I'll take a Westbrook who's out there making his mistakes and at least trying than the guy that has a piss poor attitude and doesn't try it out. And that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So y'all guys, y'all have a good one. Till then, man, it's Polo Sports Talking ENT. Like this video, share it, subscribe. Also hit the notifications too. And appreciate Wait Work for pulling up. Bonichima, Slinky, uh, YT, and Big Hoop. Man, I'll get at y'all later.